Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm participating in 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 16. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are stopping by from Christy's playlist, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. This particular series, Series 16, is all about the double page, and most of my layouts are going to be double pages. Super exciting. Okay, so today is sketch 3 on my desk, and I did take this one to the retreat and started it. So I stayed pretty true to the sketch from what I can see here. So it looks like she has this big kind of block in the center, and I did that with this basketball paper. And then she had a darker line across the bottom, which I did. And then she also had these like circle elements, and so I was at a retreat, so I didn't have all my tools with me, but the person who was running the retreat actually had a whole bunch of her tools that we could borrow. So I went over and grabbed the Creative Memories, you know, the little ones that you can go around the shapes or whatever. So I can't remember what they're called, but Creative Memories tools just seem to last forever. Hey, like those things have been around forever, and I used them and they worked great. So I made two circles that looked like about the sizes of the ones in the sketch and went with that. In terms of the photos, I had almost the same number of photos as what was in the sketch, so I stayed pretty true to that. But this one, I moved to 2 3x4s so that I could use all my photos, and that's a really easy way to fill the photo space. So if you see in a sketch a 4x6 photo and you cut it into 2 3x4 photos, it takes up roughly the same amount of space on your page. So just something to think about when you're looking at a sketch and your photos don't quite match up. So that is where we're at. I also fussy cut this title out of one of the cut apart cards from this collection and put it right where it says title on the sketch. So this sketch is by Stephanie Olson, and if I didn't actually go and look her up before I started the video, but I will go and see if I can find her online and link her below too. So thank you, Stephanie, for the inspiration. I appreciate what you made here. Oh, it says at Mama Bear 1900. So that's where you'll be able to find her online. So I'm just going to stick this up here so that I can still refer to it if I want to. Oh, and I was going to say, like, the sketch has these like floral pieces on, but I did a layout about basketball, so I'm probably not going to add florals to it. Not that you can't, but that's just not the way I do things. I'm using this collection from Echo Park, and it is called Basketball Collection Kit. By Lori Whitlock was the designer, and I don't see anywhere where it says like I also have other stuff tucked in here, but I don't see like a date or anything. Oh, maybe it's on the sticker sheet. I left the sticker sheet out. It is from 2020. So this is the sticker sheet that came with the collection pack, and then I also have actually I think I have two packs because there seems to be doubles of a lot of things that are in here. So the ephemera pack. Okay, so that is what we're going to use to embellish today. I also pulled a few other things out of that bag. As you could see when I showed it, it had like a bunch of different other things in there. I printed some journaling on some of the patterned paper from the collection and then backed it on the same cardstock as my photos. And I think I'm just going to put it down here somewhere. What else? Okay, so I also pulled this, which was in that same bag. And I think what I wanted from this was this little score clock. Now, this is not only really old, but it was from, I don't know if I went to like a crop or a store or whatever, and it was a giveaway because the sticker, it was a sticker sheet, but something was wrong with the adhesive. So like when I peel it up, it doesn't really stick or anything. So they were just giving them away for free. I don't even know if it says that on here. repositionable stickers did not pass the quality control because they're not sticky enough. So that's what it says. And I've had these for a really long time. Yeah, so they just hang out in my stuff, and then I use them when they resurface, I guess, because they weren't with like a collection or anything. They just sit in there, and then I use them as I feel like I need them. So I think I'm gonna put this up tucked in kind of here. So that's kind of my idea with that. And then I was thinking I might use some of like these little word strips, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. And then I also, I pulled some die cuts out that kind of like were relevant. Like some of them, I felt like they weren't really for this particular layout based on what they said or how big they were or whatever. So these are the ones I did pull. I pulled a little wood frame that matches with my, it's the same pattern as my journaling, and then I also matted this photo on it, and it's similar to this patterned paper, but this one had print on it and this one was just the wood grain. That kind of like is reminiscent of the wood floors in a gym, so like basketball style, right? Sorry, I'm kind of knocking that out of frame. So I'm going to use that frame. I don't know if I'm going to. These are the ones I pulled. Nothing but net. I grabbed one of those little things with a jersey. There was one basketball left in the ephemera pack. I think I've used all the others because it doesn't look like there were a lot in there, but I did have 2 packs, so there were a few. I thought this would be good, All-Star Athlete, because we were at a professional game. And then this one says, it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. And then I like these 2 little tickets, and I'm thinking about like fanning them out and using them like that. And then I left the ephemera pack out in case there was something else I wanted, but everything else seemed either like it didn't say what I wanted or it was too big for fitting where I wanted it. I also pulled this out. I had this idea. Okay, I'll tell you what my idea was, but I'm not going to do it. So see how these are like little circly bits going around the circle, a circle of circles? I was thinking of putting like, almost like watching the projection of the basketball with these like bing, 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 bing. But I don't like that bright orange with my photos. It doesn't match, and it doesn't match this collection super well either, so I kind of tossed that idea out the window. But I do see another little charm in here that I think might work on this page. So if my fumble fingers, I have been dropping things all day. I'm just having one of those days. Okay, so this one says teamwork. So I don't know where I would put it, but I feel like it would still go, even though these other ones are like the wrong orange for this particular collection. So I'm going to just set those aside. I also pulled this. This is from like a sports book. I threw the cover away a long time ago because it all fell apart, and I separated all the different sports into different bags with papers that were specific or supplies that were specific. Like this is all basketball stuff. All my kids played basketball. They still do. When the boys came home this summer, we had to go to the park so they could all shoot hoops together. And we did it again another day when my husband's sister was in town so that her family could play too. So it's something that they do a lot. And then we do like to go to the odd NBA game when we happen to be in a city where they're, where they have a team. And then, so I also have these old Cloud9 design. And the reason that I kept these out is because it does have that darker color of basketball like the ones in this collection and not just the bright orange. So it had some of that. And also I think some of these words might work with my layout as well. And then this had some, instead of going and pulling out enamel dots from my stash, I thought I would just use what was already in the bag. This is from, this was from a booklet that was kind of like, it was on clearance at Michael's, and it was like planner stickers, I think. And it was all sports. So when it fell apart, I just tucked it in all into like the bags that it matched with. And this was in there too. I'm not sure if it's because I dismantled a box of letter stickers at one point and tucked them into things, but this hasn't even been used. And so what I was thinking for this was to take the numbers and put the score into the scoreboard. So the final score of the game, I think I might put in the scoreboard. Here's another little ephemera piece that I kept out to go on the layout. So those are the things I think I'm going to embellish with. And I haven't even really picked like an embellishment spot other than knowing that I kind of want this scoreboard to be kind of up here. And I can't decide if I want all of it showing or just this top part. I kind of like how it looks with that showing. So I'm going to leave it like that. It was crooked. Okay, so I think that, and then where are those die cut pieces? Let's start there. Okay, so I have, oops, now I'm throwing stuff. I just dropped that little teamwork thing on the floor. I have this frame, and since I have this kind of lifted up, maybe it can go under that as well. Nothing but net. I don't know. I like these little basketball tickets fanned out like that. They could kind of go in behind my title. Maybe, I don't know. Could go here, could go here, could go on a photo. And then I have this, which I'm not really sure about yet. I have this basketball and this shirt kind of thing. Something like that. Let's see. This one says defense. This looks like a good photo for defense. And then also these little sticker thingies. So this one we have the shot going up. It doesn't really look like it's going to make it though, so I don't know if I want to go swish on that one, but I could put it here. Swish. And so I have defense, swish, and all-star or dunk. I don't have any pictures of anybody dunking. Not that that didn't happen, but there we go. Something like that. All right, so we got those on there. There's also this black star that would go nicely with the layout. Maybe that can go on somewhere. Okay, let's get the score on. So I did look up the score before I turned on the camera because I had that idea in my head. And it was, I remembered that the Trailblazers had won. We were in Portland when we went to this game. I remembered that they had won the game, but I couldn't remember what the score was exactly. So I looked it up. It was 100 to 112. So the home team, where are we here? Okay. So the home team got a score of 112. I don't know if these will fit quite right in there. I guess we're going to have to see. Okay. I do like this sticker. I feel like is the same kind of like color-ish as that. There's also this red one that I kind of like. Could go down here somewhere. Is there anything else on here that I want? Not really. Okay, and then this one, I really like these little, and there's 3 of them, so I feel like that's kind of cool. These like darker colored basketballs. Something like that. And then, I don't know about these, but I'm going to leave that to the side for now. And then I'll use this for, ooh, I'll move it out of the way because it's really reflective. I'll use that at the end for a little bit of sprinkly bits. Okay, so I kind of like where this is at. I'm going to grab some wet glue and a pair of tweezers, if I can do it without knocking everything over. So yeah, I'm loving this series. I am so excited to be using up those photos that I had printed before I got my photo printer, they've kind of been haunting me because I love using my photo printer. I love making the pictures whatever size I want, and I love printing smaller photos so I can get more photos on a layout. There's just so many things that I love about it that these ones got really left behind. And then I still want these stories told, and I still want to finish these albums because some of them are, you know, getting pretty far back there in the past. Like this trip that we took that I'm trying to scrapbook today, we took in 2017, I think. Yeah, 2017. So, I mean, it's time, right? Time to get that done. So this has been very motivating that way. So there we have it. Got my score on there, and so I'm just going to ink up the edges, even though it's already kind of black on the ends. And then I'm just going to add some liquid glue so that it doesn't come back up on me. And then I'm going to have to try to straighten that line out so that it's not crooked, and I want it staggered. I don't want it right up against the same edge as the photo. Okay, and then I need to get that tacked down so that it, oh, now it's stuck to the back of my photo. Okay, I'm gonna do a little glue on this one too. There we go. And there. Now that moved. That moved. Oh my gosh, I'm just making a big mess. Okay, there we have it. Look at that. Okay, and then I'm gonna ink this one. There's a little bit of fuzz or something. That's just from the sheet that it's printed on. And tuck that in. How am I doing for staying in? I have a really hard time keeping my layout in frame when I'm working on a double page on camera. It just does not seem to be as consistently in the frame. All right, do I want this still or no? Yeah, it still looks good up there, so we'll go with it. And I know some people worry about like putting wet glue on photos and stuff, but I don't, because these are all digital photos. I guess I could always reprint them, right? But also I don't think anything is gonna like wreck in my lifetime. I just feel like, yeah, it might not be here 200 years from now, but neither will I, so it's fine. Okay. So I feel like that little cluster looks pretty good. And then I'm going to do my journaling cluster. So I did put this here and I really like how it looks. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue so that it stays. These are pretty old. Cloud9 Design. What is that, like 2010 or something? Should I look and see if it has a date on it? 2008? Wowza. That's old stuff, man. I probably didn't get it in 2008. I buy a lot of my supplies secondhand. I think I'm going to do this one. Actually, let's not put that down yet because I kind of want to put this up on some foam tape. So my title is on foam tape, and I'm going to put this little thing on foam tape too. So grab a little piece of this. I love the roll of foam. I feel like I really like that I can cut it to whatever size I want. But I'm also not a card maker, so I'm not sure if the roll of foam is like useful for everyone or just like 12 by 12 scrapbookers. But I really like it for what I do with it. Do I like this up here? Maybe I'll get rid of this one. I don't feel like I need it. No. No, no, no. And it's okay. It's okay to eliminate things. It's okay to put more things. If you feel like your page isn't finished and you just want to keep adding more and more and more, do it. Do it until your page feels like it's yours. And then maybe I'll do this one on foam tape too, and then I can kind of like tuck it. You know what I mean? Instead of just like, yeah, okay. Sometimes I end up having to add glue too, like after when I go to put my layouts away and things have come apart at the seams. So let's see, what do we got here? We got the clear ones and the brown ones. Do I want to do clear or brown? Let's see. No, I think I want to do brown. It's going to stand out a bit more. That one, and then a little bitty one right there. So there's one little cluster with 3 dots on it. Okay, and that is my layout for today. Oh, you know what I'm missing? First of all, I'm missing adhesive on this guy, which I didn't end up doing, so I'll do that. And then I forgot to stamp my date. So I don't know. I think I could just put it in that little frame piece, right? There, I like that better with the cluster than all by itself. And where's my date stamp? So I already preset my date stamp, so I just need to ink it up and stamp it on. There we go. All right, so that is my layout for today. So if you get a chance to go and check out Christy's Facebook group and her YouTube channel, make sure to say thank you for all of the inspiration that she's putting out into the world. And go check out those 16 albums worth of 30 sketches. I feel like that is so much inspiration to have on one Facebook group. That's very cool. So, and thank you so much to Stephanie Olson, Mama Bear 1900, for your inspiring sketch. I really like this linear look, so I really like how it turned out. So appreciate that. And stay tuned for a close-up shot and a couple of detail shots. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.